This is Foster Reid 2, brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions and sponsored by 32 Red, by Foot Asylum and by Unibet. This is 12 rounds of boxing for the British and Commonwealth Super Bantamweight grounds. All sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge Dean Hollington, and the Commonwealth Boxing Council, supervisor Debbie Down at ringside. Our three judges scoring, both from Doncaster, Yorkshire, Michael Alexander and Howard Foster, and from Twickenham, Marcus McDonnell. On the bell, timekeeper from Milton Keynes, Stephen Pucci. And when the bell rings, in charge of the action, veteran World Championship referee from Barrhead, Scotland, Mr. Victor Laughlin. And so, ladies and gentlemen, in attendance here at ringside, and for those joining us around the world on BT Sports, ITV and ESPN+, the officials are ready. The boxers are ready. Are you ready for the main event? Introducing first, the challenger. He boxes out of the red corner, wears white with silver trim. Weighed in 8 stone 8 pounds 1 ounce, brings a 10-fight record, 8 wins, 4 inside the distance, and 2 draws. He is still undefeated. From Hackney, East London, lethal Lucien Reid. And across the ring stands the champion, wearing black and red shorts with silver trim, weighing in at 8 stone 9 pounds 4 ounces, 13 fight record, 11 wins, 4 inside the distance and 2 draws. He is still undefeated as the reigning, defending Super Bantamweight champion of Great Britain and the Commonwealth, from Lichfield, Staffordshire, Brad the Blade Foster.
Okay, boys, you know the rules. Remember, obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. God bless. Let's do it.
It's all on the line here once again. Paper thin between the pair of them. Back in September. A draw it was. Many thought that Reid had just sneaked in by a round or two. Judges thought otherwise. They'll settle it once again. I must admit, Enzo, Matt, you've just got the feeling these lads, almost 1950s style, could fight 4, 5, 6 times and you get a close fight every single time.
Yeah, very even, very stylistically very the same. Very similar. We've got, I think, Foster a bit more conventional. Reid's got that bit of an jerky style about him, but they are very similar. They like to switch it, they like to have drop low hands, and lead left hand, and last time it was a very, very close fight.
There was a second half surge through the middle to late rounds from Foster as he closed the gap, and I think that was crucial. He was getting outboxed in spells from distance by Reid. In the end, as it turned out, it was Reid who needed the last couple of rounds to get a draw on the scorecards, which wasn't how everybody saw it. But here we are. That was then, this is now, and a chance to settle it for good as Foster tries to take a step nearer to getting that Lonsdale belt, that beautiful belt for keeps.
Very cagey opening so far. They're both just looking for a gauge of reaction off the other. They're slipping low. Foster, left out the body, left out the edge.
And both feel that there were valid reasons why they weren't at their best first time around. For Foster, he did damage a knuckle in his right hand, which he broke during the fight. He said he just cracked on and tried to ignore it. And also, perhaps more pertinently, he said that he didn't quite do the weight right. He didn't make any mistakes as such. It was just the way he went about it. He's actually got a sports science degree, which he did at Connacht, so he is well versed in that. It was just the kind of method he used rather than crashing the weight and anything like that. So he thinks he's going to be much better this time around.
Yeah, like I said, very cagey. No one's taken a foothold in the fight yet. Probably Foster landed the better shots, but no one's actually taken a foothold. They wouldn't, they're not given sort of a progression what's going to happen later on in the fight.
Reid said to me this week that he really had been worried about the 12 rounds. He'd only done it once in sparring in the build-up to the September first fight. That was on his mind, and he said he probably took round 7 and 8 and 9 off, which, looking back, he realises is madness. Now he's done the 12 rounds in the ring. He's done it again with the fearless Dennis McCann in sparring in the gym. He's much more confident that he's the one who can take the big step forward this time, as a shot goes in the break from Foster, and it was a meaty left hook to the body.
Yeah, he was, and they said he was actually taking a foothold in the fight yet, but I think for me, Foster landed the cleaner punches. Foster just landed those cleaner punches. The Reid worked, it was so good.
Pressure on. Don't let him in the middle. Get him onto the ropes. Again. Breathe. How do you feel? Sleep in the head. Head staying in position.
Youth Hall very much at fever pitch for our top of the bill as we count down to the big one in Vegas at the MGM Grand later on tonight, or into the wee small hours of tomorrow. Into round 2, another close 3 minutes between Brad Foster and Lucien Reid, and you do wonder what is just going to be the difference between them tonight.
Yeah, and that first round, you could hardly settle in, and Reid's about here, he's showing the left hand. It's just going to be a cat and mouse sort of fight all night. It's going to be tit for tat. One's going to land, the other one's going to come back, and it's going to come down to who wants it more, who has got a better game plan.
What is interesting though, through the first round and a bit, it doesn't look like Foster's having the same difficulty that they had with the style of Reid early on this time around.
That was the first thing I noticed, and in the second round he seems to be able to land a lot easier than Reid this time out.
And he's made startling progress.
Good shots.
Early on in his career, Foster, he's really come from nowhere to be the British and Commonwealth champ, and he's getting through with some heavy shots early in round 2. Big right hand. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble here, Reid. Covering up.
I don't think he's massively hurt, but he did take a couple of shots, and Foster's getting to him, and a warning sign for Reid. Foster's been able to get to him this close to him. This close to him so early in the fight. Good shot by Reid. Comes back Foster.
Back comes Reid as well. The interesting thing about it is, tactically, the Foster, it's not as if he's really getting on the chest of Reid. He's found his range and timing early on. Yeah,
he's found his range. He's just staying in that pocket. He's not letting Reid do the little jerky movements. He do to put people off, and I think that's something he worked on. This fight was whoever rectified the wrongs he done in the last fight, and so far it looks like Foster has.
And he looks like the puncher, Enzo.
Yeah, he looks like a puncher. I think he's hurt Reid a few times, not massively shot into his boots, but the power's there, the left hooks, the body's landing, his couple of right hands have landed.
Maybe Foster was right about the weight last time up.
It's a massive. If he was struggling with the weight, he would definitely tell during a 12-round fight.
He looks so solid, Foster really does. Through this second round, he's starting to land with a bit of intent. He's caught the attention of Reid for sure.
Good shot.
Another right hand gets through. To be fair to Reid, he's taking them all and he's beckoning Foster on.
Yeah, he had me hurt. He can't go taking a lot of shots like that all night. but it's just the regularity of Foster landing them shots and how easy, how early on in the fight that he has been able to get close to Reid.
Oh, that's a huge response though from Reid. His first big moment of success with that right hand.
Good shot again by Foster.
Yeah, it's been a big statement start from Foster.
Very good. That's the hand.
Pace, intensity, and hard-hitting accuracy from Brad Foster, Lichfield's first professional boxer in something like a decade. And you can see the sort of motion that has carried him to success so early on in his career. Success, something that came freely to him in the world of kickboxing, Enzo, and now he's translated this to boxing too.
Yeah, it's been a good round. He's come in, he's found the distance, he's found the range. He looks like the one who's rectified the problems he had in the first fight. The first fight, he really struggled to get close to Reid. This time he's closed the distance a little bit quicker. He's used his feet to move forward a little bit quicker. He's throwing more shots up close, and he just looks more comfortable with the two, the stronger of the two as well.
Very cool, calm and collected. Very cool customer, Brad Foster. Well, there is a sharp intensity to his work, and Lucien Reid has worn it well so far. To make that style work for him once again.
He's the one who's got to adapt now, because Foster at the moment he's sort of found the key to the door. You know, he's finding Foster and a good regularity. Reid is struggling to pin Foster down at the moment. He's had that one right down in the last round. He's struggling to land clean on Foster. Good shot again by Foster. Switched himself forward for the left. Really good shot.
Well, one thing that Reid told me this week as well, Enzo, was that he wasn't really able to commit to real full-time proper training in the build-up to the previous fight. He was working in an amateur gym in Kent a couple of days a week, so when he was doing that, he was kind of only training himself. This camp, courtesy of his girlfriend's family, have got a gym in Islington where he now works. He's been able to pretty much commit full-time with Alan Smith, and he's hoping that'll make a difference, and we'll see that.
Yeah, still early doors of the fight, but Foster's commanding this fight at the moment. He's catching really good left out, good jabs, good right hands. You know, he's made a dent in Reid already, and so far Reid needs to adapt. Reid needs to stop the flow of Foster.
Millie Highland, it is Reid's partner and her parents, Eleni and Jackie, part of that gym in Islington, who've given him all that time off work to really commit and focus, and he needs to be focused now because it's been a really good start from Foster.
Yeah, it's been a really good start from Foster, but Reid needs to try something different. Maybe he was try counter-punch, maybe hold his ground a little bit, let Foster jump in and have that right hand throw it out straight as he's jumping in, but at the moment what he's doing, the style of the movement is not bothering Foster at all.
The worrying sign, I suppose, Enzo, for Reid would be that it's not as if it's all guns blazing, all hanging out from Foster. It's really calculated economic pressure that he's applying.
Yeah, very good shot by Reid. Very methodical by Foster. He's not rushing in. He's not overreaching. He's throwing good shots. He's beating Reid to the punch. Reid needs to maybe throw a couple of feints, make Foster throw first, and then counter Foster.
But if the first fight is anything to go by, there will be a change in the play. A little swerve of the narrative as this one rolls on. And Reid gets in with another right hand. He's landed two of those towards the tail end of this round. And it is spicy and just threatening to catch fire early on.
Hit and don't be hit, Luke. Don't have a fight with him. Hit and not be hit.
minutes into this British and Commonwealth title fight among the super bantamweights, and there you saw that more power punches getting in from Brad Foster. A better round towards the end for Reid, Enzo, but I think, judging by the start, that Foster could be 3 up.
Yeah, for me, he's definitely 3 up. You know, he's just found his distance. He's comfortable in that. Reid is struggling to find his own distance. Reid likes a little bit of space, a little bit of little freedom to get his shots as like he is. But so far Foster's closed that gap very quick, smothering the working the body. Great performance by Foster so far.
And one other thing that we probably should mention regarding the first fight is that fight in September. It was the third 12-rounder in 6 months for Brad Foster. It was quite an arduous 2019 for him at championship level. He might just have been feeling that towards the end.
You never know, and you know, like you said, with the weight draining, you know, that's going to take it out of him, and it would explain the slow start. It would explain the way he faded a little bit towards the end. But at the moment, he's looking good. He's commanding everything. When Reid has a bit of space, he's good. He needs to use that jab. He needs to look for countering Foster coming in. Maybe stop the flow of the attack of Foster. Maybe put a dent in him, make him think twice about coming in.
And of course, Tyson Fury looked pretty good, didn't he, for 8, 9, maybe 10 rounds against Deontay Wilder last time around. And so many questions, so many variations and chat about what happened first time around and how that has the bearing second time up. We'll find out, hopefully get some definitive answers later on in that big one. And certainly Lucien Reid, no panic stations yet, but he needs to start finding some answers himself.
Yeah, you know, he's not. He didn't show last time that he could really put a dent in Foster. You know, he don't want to let Foster get too much of a lead. Good shots there by Foster. Little right down the side.
And the power punches that Foster shows, they are very short, sharp, quick shots that he unloads.
But when Reid's at a distance, that's when Reid likes to work. And at the moment, he's just falling in. He's letting Foster get close to him. He just needs to start using that jab, use that good shot, good right down. Like I said, he needs to counter Foster coming in, make him think twice about coming in.
Foster's got his dad Martin in the corner with him. You know, almost a punch on the break from Reid, just getting a little bit heated in there. You saw firsthand one of the great father-son combinations in the corner, Enzo.
Yeah, I did. You know, I trained with Joe, trained with Enzo, trained with Joe. You see them two, they just got on like house of fire. Some days they would call each other and everything, but as soon as they leave the gym, that's finished. And you know, a father and son relationship is second to none. Whether they can work in boxing is a different story.
Another round rolls by. Was it another one for Foster?
Don't go in too low. Go in the straight line.
Victor Loughlin was very close on to him. Nice little right hand. Sometimes those exchanges, one or two of the punches you don't quite catch first time around, and that was one of them from Reid. Yeah,
Reid have had little bits of success, but like I said, the shots he's catching Foster is when he's trying to counter Foster and coming in. When he's standing at a distance, he's good. At the moment, Foster's just closing that gap just a little bit too quick, and Reid can't go over that. Maybe Reid needs to take that little step back as Foster's coming in, rather than meeting him head on.
Into the fifth, scheduled for 12, of course, at championship level for the British and the Commonwealth titles. And this particular belt has been a real springboard to world honours in the past. We look at former holders of the British in this particular division. Jazza Dickens held it. It looked spectacular last night. He, of course, got a world title shot against Rigondeaux on the back of that. Gavin McDonnell held this belt, got not one but 2 world title shots. Kid Galahad as well.
Yes.
Earned his shot against Josh Warrington, may get another at him as well. Scott Quigg not only did he win this British title in this division, but he went on to win a world title as well. It's got a good, rich history over the course of the last 10, 15 years.
A British title, it just gives you confidence as well, sets you up for that next level, it opens up doors for European titles, world titles, and you know, it's a massive belt to have, and it's one of the nicest looking belts about as well.
Reid just, I think he's been, not only is he fighting Foster, I think he's just been fighting a little bit of blood on the inside, maybe a cut on the inside his mouth for the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, I think that happened early on. I seen him open his mouth, bit of blood jumping, but it looks like a nasty cut on the inside.
Tough competitor, Reid.
Yeah.
Spurred on by the desire to do well for his boy, Hudson Boy. He's devoted to his young son, and he plans to take him to the Arsenal-Everton game tomorrow. He was hoping to do that with a Lonsdale belt.
Yeah, whereas the last fight it took Foster a lot of time to work out Reid, this time Reid's trying to work out Foster. Well, Foster's got his game plan spot on. He's closing that gap. He's making Reid work, and at the moment Reid's just struggling with the movement of Foster. Well, Reid doesn't want to be on his back to the ropes. He doesn't need his back on the rope. He needs to be there, but he's not throwing nothing. He's just stalking. He's just watching. He's not going to catch Foster with them lead right hands. He needs to make Foster throw first. Maybe feint the jab. Make Foster come back to his own jab. Make him fall short, catching that right hand counter that he done earlier on, which he was looking for. You see, he was looking for it. A little dip on the back leg. That dip on the back leg. He's looking for that backhand.
I think all that experience in kickboxing, 9 world titles in 4 different weights for Brad Foster. I think it has, as he lands another right hand. I think it's given him that kind of big game temperament, Enzo, which you need at this level.
Yeah, of course does. You know, it's a different sport altogether. They're tough men, and you know, if he can bring that over to his boxing game, so to speak, you know, he's going to do well.
Reid trying to get on the front foot, made to miss, looking more blood from the mouth. Smith with his back to us. Eddie Lamb there, you can see as well with the glasses. They're assisting, trying to encourage, help Lucien Reid, spur him on to greater heights, and you fancy he needs to rise to the occasion. Tough ask right now through the first 5 rounds. Well, that's not going to help the cause of Lucien Reid, is it?
I'll have to watch that again, because I thought it was a shot in the break, but I thought it would definitely hit the stomach, not the low. So I'll have to watch that one again.
Well, of course, in these instances whether it's boxing or UFC, no one ever, as a matter of pride, no one ever wants to take the allotted time they're allowed by the rules.
If you've been cracked with a good shot down there, you'd want them 5 minutes, trust me.
Right, by any shot, I think I'd want to take a break. And here comes Foster. Oh, right hand gets through from Foster, and Reid's under pressure.
Good shot.
Oh, another solid series of right hands to the side of the head.
I like the way Foster has Reid's dipping. He's just stopping. He's looking where he's dipping, and he's chopping that right hand down. He's not throwing it. He's not throwing it for the sake of throwing it. He's throwing it with a bit of venom, bit of commitment.
Has he hurt Reid? Reid is happy to. He's almost cowering over in that corner. Is he protecting his body, Enzo?
He is protecting his body. I think he's just struggling with the pace of Reid. Good shot.
Oh, he's hit him to the body. And a head shot. and he's being opened up. The bodywork is opening gaps above the elbows. And here comes Foster. He's piling it on. Reid's in terrible trouble. He's hardly throwing back.
I think if he catch him clean, a nice body shot.
He has to throw back, Enzo. Victor Lockton will have to step in.
I think he might win in the round if he carries on.
Oh, so long to go in this 6th round. Minute and a half plus. Foster. The gumshoe may have come out in that exchange too. Some heavy right hands.
Wouldn't surprise me if Victor Lockton comes in here and stops this fight. Reid needs to throw back. He wants to stay in this fight.
The gum shield's still in. I think it was just a huge spray of flame as one of those shots landed, and Foster stalking Reid. He's hardly thrown a punch in the last minute and a half, Reid. He's hanging on for dear life.
Foster wants to stop this fight now. He's got to target that body. He's got a good shot by Reid.
Oh, what a left hand from Reid. Extraordinary courage and bravery from that. He really is gritting down. He's in terrible trouble. It may only be another couple of shots. And Victor Loughlin having a good look. Oh, he broke them.
He broke them up. He had a good look at Reid. Reid, I think it's the body shots have been on Reid.
How is he still in there, Enzo?
Again, nothing has been landing clean, Alex. The little body shot, he's caught him in the corner. He chucked the window in. He should have gone straight back to the body instead of handling that head. That's the shot.
Nice little counter left hand. He's waiting for that, trying to cover up as best he can. Has he got his legs back? Has he got some energy back? It's been a monumental round 6 here at the Old Court. Still the heavy shots landing, still the pressure from Reid, and still Lucien Reid refuses to budge.
To be honest, that's a case for a 10-8 round. It was that one side of the round. As a man, they scored 10-8 rounds for a knockdown, but that's a big case for a 10-8 round. Victor Loughlin had a great look. The corner, I think, need to really have a look at Reid, see if he actually wants to be in there. There was a couple of times there, I think he would have been happy for the ref to stop the fight.
And there you got it, Enzo. Actually, I think you were right. It may have just started on the belt line, but the punch was like an uppercut all the way. But that might have been the really heavy shot. You saw him wince there.
Yeah, it was another one. He comes straight up the middle. He dipped the shoulder. He brought the left hand straight into the solar plexus, chucked the wind out of him.
But I think that shot that broke the action for a minute or so might even have been a legitimate.
They're going to start the fight. I thought he was going to.
Alan Smith's called it off.
To be honest,
Smith has called it off.
To be honest, good call by Alan Smith.
And what a win that is for Brad Foster. What a win. Emphatic style too. And all the debate, all the arguments and the controversy of the first fight back in September has been swept away in a performance, a clinical performance of punch power, punch picking, accuracy and class. This guy is much better, I think, than he looks, than people think he is.
Yeah, performance, the way he... If you watch that first fight, the struggles that he went through in the first 5-6 rounds of that fight, how he's adapted, changed his game plan, he's come back, he put the pressure on Reid, he smothered Reid's work, he smothered the distance of Reid likes work, he done his game plan right, he had everything spot on. Reid just could not cope with Foster. The body shots, the head shots, I think Foster just done his game plan to a T.
And there you see Victor Loughlin, on the advice of Alan Smith, waving off the fight, and just look what it means to young Brad Foster. And let's not forget, in all of the drama and the aftermath of the performance, this kid hasn't been at the professional game all that long, and he's only 22. Quite incredible, the assault on the game that he has made over the course of the last year or so, and he's going to celebrate with that Lonsdale belt in his hands. Let's get confirmation of it now with Craig.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Victor Loughlin will bring together both boxers, and I am sure you will agree, what a rematch. Let's hear it please for both of our boxers in the ring. At the end of round number 6, referee Mr. Loughlin accepts the retirement of Lucien Reid's corner. Therefore, the winner And still the British and Commonwealth Super Bantamweight champion, Brad the Blade Foster.
Brad Foster was brilliant tonight. Make no
Ladies and
mistake,
gentlemen,
as tough and valiant a performance as Lucien Reid put forward, it wasn't good enough. Sportsmanship as you would expect. But I think British boxing, and a belt that has been a platform for the stars in previous years, I think British boxing might just have unearthed a little gem here in London tonight. That was a special performance.
Yep, terrific performance from Brad Foster. Relentless work from him. Really, you'd have to say Lucien Reid never quite got the foothold in the fight that he got when the last time the two met. And actually, it looked like Foster's fight all the way through the rounds that we saw, to the point where actually, obviously, Alan Smith in the corner motioning to the ref, having told his fighter, look, there's nothing really left for you here. It's wise, and I think the two men alongside me, John Fury and Anthony Ogogo, felt it was wise to pull their man out. Let's dip back into the ring, because I think Joe is waiting to talk to Brad Foster.
Well, Brad, congratulations. You had to get it right tonight. You were under a lot of pressure. Talk me through the game plan and how different it felt this time.
Well, I was under a lot of pressure, you know, coming to his backyard. And I knew from the first fight he's a top lad, so I had to be on the top of my game. But the game plan was to take away his attributes. I know he's a skillful boxer. Same as I said on the press conference, I had to punch him more times and harder than he punched me. And I think I did that tonight, so I'm happy.
How surprised were you at the way he held on? It took you a while to get him down, even once you figured him out.
Well, I couldn't get him down, could I? Because he's a tough boy. I hit him with about 25 right hands, and he took them. So that just proves how much he wanted it as well. That just proves what it takes to get one of these Lonsdale belts. They're tough, entertaining fights. So, you know, I'm really happy that I got it. And thank you to everyone who came down from Lichfield to support me. Without them, I would have been in here on my own, so thank you to them.
And you do get that stoppage, of course. So you have this Lonsdale belt. What do you want next in your career?
My dream is to own this Lonsdale belt, right? I know I hurt my hand in that fight then, so I'm going to have to rest up. But the dream is to keep going. I think we've got another defence on this Lonsdale, so that's the game plan.
Okay, well, just a quick one. We are going from one rematch to another. Let me get your thoughts and predictions on Wilder Fury.
Fury, he's got too many skills for the bomber, the bronze bomber. But I think he just got to stay away from that big right hand, didn't you, really? But I'm going with Fury.
It's going to be an exciting night tonight. Congratulations, Brad. Still the British and Commonwealth champion.
Big up Lichfield, big up the Barmy Army, big up all my sponsors. Without you, it don't happen, so thank you.